Hi, it's Uzi Carlson here. I'm still over at my parents' house, so I'm digging around, seeing what I can find. And one interesting thing I came around was this binder of World Wrestling Federation trading cards. So thought I'd show some of these off. This binder probably hasn't been touched in like 30 years. My brother was really big into wrestling back in the day, so why don't we see what we got in here? Yeah, and here's the first page. Got a little bit of everybody here. You got the $1 Million Man, Big Boss Man, Davey Boy Smith, a.k.a. the British Bulldog. Not really sure why that guy had two different names. Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. They actually made a really good movie about him called The Iron Claw. If you have a chance to see that, definitely worth your time. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. Then going down the list, some of these people I don't even know. You got the Legion of Doom down here. The Rockers, that was the tag team that Shawn Michaels was in before he went solo. And of course, his tag partner, Marty Jannetty, never got the same popularity. Then you got guys like Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Coco Beware, Randy Savage. But it actually says Macho King Randy Savage, not Macho Man Randy Savage, so you can tell just how old these cards are. And the backs of the cards actually have some bio info on the wrestlers. There's even a place for an autograph if you want to try to get them signed, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, Bobby Heenan, who was a really famous commentator. Yeah, let's see, we got the Nasty Boys, Sergeant Slaughter, Big Boss Man. Not one, but two cards of the Barbarian, whoever he is. And a lot of these people, of course, are no longer with us, sadly. There's some WrestleMania Coliseum video collector's cards on that side. Here we got, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. General Adnan, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I've never even heard of him before. Roddy Piper, of course I love him because he starred in They Live, one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, sadly he died several years ago. Another British Bulldog card, again called Davey Boy Smith on here. The Mountie, The Undertaker, I think he's still around. Then over here you got another one of the Rockers. You got two of Earthquake. Actually, that might be I was looking to see if that's the same card, but I guess that's two different cards. Then over here, you have Jimmy Hart, the really famous manager. I think he's like in his 80s now. Let's see, another one of the Rockers. The model, Rick Martel. Slick, I have no idea who that is. Jake the Snake Roberts. I think he lives out here in the Vegas Valley somewhere. Sergeant Slaughter, of course, needs no introduction. I think he's the only person that was in WWF, G.I. Joe, and the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. And who else we got here? The Dragon, Ricky Steamboat, another one of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Another model, Rick Martel. Haku, I don't know him. Another Mr. Perfect. There might be some duplicate cards in here. I'm not totally sure what all is here. And then it was here my brother was filling both sides of this binder, so might have ran out of room. Tugboat. I know he and Earthquake were a tag team, but I think he was also called Typhoon at one point. Power and Glory, them I don't know. Mr. Fuji, he was a wrestler but went on to be a manager. His tag partner back in the day was Professor Toru Tanaka, who's been in all kinds of movies over the years, including Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Three Ninjas, and Last Action Hero. And then you got more of the superstars here like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. Got another Mr. Perfect. Yet another Barbarian. And these ones here are upside down. So again, I wonder if my brother was just kind of slapping these in here at random. Again, more of the same. Sensational Queen Sherry. Good to see they actually put some of the women on here too. And then, another Mr. Perfect. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know if he's still around or not. Power and Glory with Slick. Again, some of those guys I'd never heard of before. More cards here. Another shot of Roddy Piper there. Sergeant Slaughter with General Adnan. Again, I don't know who that guy is, but maybe they were like a tag team or something. You got the Legion of Doom down here. I remember those guys from back in the day. Another one of the Rockers. Another one of Jimmy Hart. That guy always wore the really flashy jackets, of course. And he actually had a music career prior to his involvement with WWF. He was in the band the Gentrys, who are probably best known for their song Keep on Dancing. Paul Bearer, of course, The Undertaker's longtime manager with that really goofy, high-pitched voice. And then these are the last few here. Again, another Randy Savage card, but he's still called Macho King, so I guess the Macho Man name came around later. There's another one of Rowdy Piper that looks like he's being interviewed by Vince McMahon. And back then, you know, they never advertised that Vince McMahon was like the owner of WWF. He was just like a commentator on screen, which was kind of interesting. And then, who else we got here? Yeah, the Bushwhackers. I remember those guys were always pretty funny. And then the back of this is just blank. So, how about you? What was your favorite card in this collection? And who was your favorite wrestler from back in the day? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more comics. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T.L.T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.